Last time on the Cottonwood Cross Country Adventure. Okay. We are all checked into our Airbnb here in Burbank, California. You can see around, it's cute. Pretty exhausted from driving, so I think I'm gonna mess around with my computer for a bit and then head to bed. Hey everyone! Welcome back to the Cottonwood Cross Country Adventure. My name is Andrew and I'll be your host. When my life circumstances suddenly changed, I decided to go on a road trip for 12 days to center myself, gather inspiration, and build out the vision for what will one day become Cottonwood Loungewear. For a full explanation on what Cottonwood Loungewear is and why I'm taking this trip, check out episode 1 in the description below. Make sure to subscribe to Cottonwood to catch all the stops on this journey. But for now, let's get back on the road. This is the Cottonwood Cross Country Adventure. You guys, I am so excited for this episode of the Cottonwood Cross Country Adventure. Throughout our entire journey so far, we've seen a lot of interesting landscapes, we've had some interesting moments, but this is calling directly to what I'm really taking the trip for, which is to get inspiration for and kind of get patterns and ideas for Cottonwood Loungewear. So to do this, we're going to be visiting the Los Angeles Fashion District. The LA Fashion District is a 100 plus square block area of these densely packed clothing vendors. Clothing, accessories, sometimes there's toys and things as well, but it's mostly focused on clothing. And they all come together in this huge festival-like atmosphere. There are 4,000 independently owned and operated businesses that sell everything from footwear to jewelry to purses to just straight up fabric. Hey everyone, and good morning. It is Monday here in Los Angeles, California. Technically, we're still in Burbank, I believe. And unfortunately, because today is Monday, all the museums are closed, or a great number of them. So we are going to spend the first part of our day going to the LA Fashion District. And we haven't talked about it too much, at least in the in-person parts of the videos, but a lot of this trip is to get inspiration for what is going to be up and coming, which is my loungewear brand called Cottonwood, or Cottonwood Loungewear. We're going to take a look at some prints, patterns, fabrics, things like that, just get some inspiration, maybe some motivation for what will eventually be the first collection of Cottonwood Loungewear. All right, we are officially in the LA Fashion District, taking a walk down. Wish I knew what street this was, but I've already been to one store and I was completely overwhelmed by the number of choices and things. I very closely almost bought a two-piece suit, but I have a feeling we're gonna see a lot of those today. So you can see around how dense it is. So we're gonna take a walk down the Santee Alley now. This place is completely overwhelming. There are so many vendors and so many types of clothes and accessories that I'm almost panicking with how much choice there is. Genuinely panicking. So at first I was really excited and I wanted to buy everything. Now I have so many choices I don't really want to buy anything because I feel like if I get out my wallet once, I'm never going to put it away again. Kind of want to go back and get that turtle. There's 100 variations of every little thing you can think of. If you're looking for a green suit, there's 1,000 green suits. If you're looking for a quinceañera dress, there has to be at least 20 different quinceañera dress stores. There's some stores that are relatively small, like take this jewelry store, for example, and there's tens and thousands of pieces of jewelry in just this one little store. And when you're walking down the alleyways and you look across to the side intersecting alleyway, it's just as densely packed looking down that way as it is in front of you. It's just a complete 360 degrees of densely packed clothing, accessories, sights, sounds, smells. There are food trucks all over the place, so everything just smells really good all the time. I don't want to show too much of any one store because I did get the general impression that people didn't really want their things to be photographed, which I understand 100%. I am not out here in any way, let me be clear, I am not out here in any way to steal anybody's designs or copy what anybody is doing. I'm just trying to see kind of what is out there to expand my horizons and what can be done with clothing. I took some shots while I was walking to show the general atmosphere, but I didn't want to film too much of any one person's collection. And I learned this after I took this photo of this interesting fuzzy suit, which I blurred out here out of respect for the vendor, but this photo actually caught her coming out to tell me, no photo. So I'm here in a suit shop in Santee Alley, and a suit jacket wasn't fitting me correctly, but they didn't have any sizes here in the store, so the woman got on her scooter and zipped out the front door, and she's gonna go over to the warehouse and see if they have one right at the factory, I guess. There were a lot of stores that seemed to be able to do this, and I'm assuming it's because all the factories and tailors are located all in the same area, so of course they would all work together to tailor things, references, and I'm sure the social scene there plays a lot into it too. I didn't end up purchasing a suit at this exact store, but at another store I purchased this. Look at this suit. I love this color, and I'll show you the texture is velvety smooth. And I was trying not to buy it to save money, and I was telling the owner that it's hard for me to find suits because the pieces are almost always sold together, when it's difficult for me to find a suit top and bottom that fit well together. I have a substantial behind, so it's hard to find pants that fit correctly without having them tailored. But I mentioned this to the store owner and he said, "What are you talking about? No, we'll tailor it right now." And I was like, "What do you mean?" And he texted his friend who zipped over on a scooter. I paid for the suit right there. The guy on the scooter took the suit to a place where it would be ready in an hour. So I went to get some lunch. After lunch, I picked up my suit and tried to make my way back to the car. But then I was taken. Windswept. Knocked off my feet by this. It's like if fire engines were blue. Look at this pattern, this Grecian pattern of jewels. Oh, the color is so intense. Let me show you. Ah, so pretty. So pretty. It's like if I was hosting the Oscars at Athens or something. And it has a little detail on the side here as well. Oh, I love it so much. Screw it, I'm gonna do the rest of the episode in this. And there was one other thing that I could not leave without. I just couldn't. Don't tell my boyfriend. I was thinking about going to the Peterson Auto Museum because it sounds really, really cool, and they have a ton of really interesting vehicles there. But with all the money that I just spent at the LA Fashion District, I have actually pulled myself all the way into the garage, but I have changed my mind. I think I'm going to just head straight to Santa Monica Pier. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, I've seen some cool cars before, and I think I'm just ready for some sun and sand. So let's head to the beach. Walking along the Santa Monica Pier here, and it's about 66, 68 degrees. I think we've officially finally made it to the sun, you guys. And boy, it feels really good. I'm thinking about that first night in Moab and how cold it was. I literally didn't know if I was gonna survive, how cold it was. And now it is just nice and warm. Now I'm upset I didn't bring my swimsuit.
A blade, perfect. Now Matt's fingerprints are on the blade. And before we began, an orange.
And you can't visit Santa Monica without riding a few rides. I think it's time to ride a roller coaster.
Thank you for riding a roller coaster. Once you love us.
At the end of the day, I kicked my shoes off to feel the sand under my feet and sat down to watch this beautiful sunset. I'm trying to walk out here to the ocean, but these boots are getting a lot of sand in them. I think it's time to take our shoes off. Next time on the Cottonwood Cross Country Adventure. I was kind of just thinking that I should name him Cottonwood in the spirit of the trip. You know, just like low cottonwood, low cotton.